Barbell Brothers Nation, what's going on? It's Matt Johnson again here with just a new video I wanted to present to you guys. Today's video I wanted to cover different tips I have for people to gain size and muscularity in their physiques. The route I have used was generally natural or legal, I would say. I did touch on pro hormones a little bit, but mostly it's been just supplementation, diet, a lot of consistency. And let's just delving right into it. I'll say my three biggest tips for someone who's just starting out in the gym to really pack on size. And first, let me say I am credited to talk about size. I'm a pretty big guy. I mean, I was genetically always pretty big, but I mean currently I hold 19-inch arms, and I feel like I'm a qualified to talk about mass programs and what has worked for me, and getting those chubby guys into some decent shape, not anything like competitor level, but definitely a lot bigger and a lot stronger than your average guy. Going into that, my three biggest tips would be number one, get a solid workout partner. And when I say solid, I mean someone who's there on time, who's passionate about the sport, is passionate about pushing you, who knows your limits. It's one of those things. It really, truly is the best supplement you can have, in my general opinion. Is just someone to be there and just really kick your ass, week in, week out, just totally push you beyond your limits. Because I don't know about you guys, but there's so many times I've wanted to give up on a set, or didn't want to go to the gym, or your classic, oh, I don't want to squat today, or oh, I don't want to do dips today, oh, whatever, but and have that person be like, no, we need to do them, and that's how you grow, guys. And that's what I've seen the most results from. With that being said, you really do need someone who, I would like to say, has similar goals to you. I know for me, I really don't like working out with the guys who are into like the CrossFit style of training, because it's not my goal. It's not my goal to sit there and hang clean 30 reps and get a good sweat on, and do those little man ups or whatever. Those guys who like flail when they do a pull up. I don't, whatever. Anyways, that's not for the bigger guys like me. We don't really do that much. Anyways, no. So touching up on that, me and Eric Schaefer, you guys will see him on here quite a bit actually. For over 3 years, we would work out very consistently together. What would happen is we'd compete with each other. I mean, all the time. We're very competitive guys, and so what ended up happening was, hey, he just hit 315. I'm gonna go hit 315 for two, or hey, he's really pushing it, so I'm gonna push harder, and they were just constantly trying to one up each other, and it wasn't really, most of the time at least, it wasn't one of those things where it really got to the point where it ruined a friendship, or like it was a really bad thing in the friendship. It was just something inside the gym that competitive guys like to do. They like to compete with each other, and that made us grow substantially, especially in our first year. Granted, our form was atrocious when we started. I mean, we didn't know what mind-muscle connection was. We just thought about moving heavy weight and trying to be ego lifting, and oh, look at us, we can finally can bench press 2 plates and all that jazz and all that stupid stuff. And then next it was 3 plates or whatever. It always was just about how much you could lift. But anyways, going into that, back to the workout partner thing, I truly believe if you could take one thing away from this video, and you're just starting out in your workout regime, get a workout partner. Get someone who's really into it. Get someone who's going to motivate you and kick your ass and truly hold you accountable to go into the gym, eating right. I always ask my guys, I mean, it's one of the first things I ask, how was your diet been, man? What'd you eat today? Especially the guys who are really serious about it. Some of these guys, they're like, yeah, I didn't eat breakfast. Well, no shit, you're going to be lagging in the gym. Like you don't have the energy. You didn't have the carbohydrate intake right today. You haven't had the protein. If your macros aren't in line, if you didn't sleep well, all that comes into play, guys. So yeah, find someone who really can hold you accountable and really be intense in the gym with you. Brings me to my second point. The second thing I will say for anyone, and this is huge, this could be number one, but I chose to make it number two, consistency. Now, consistency really is as it sounds. Day in, day out, you're moving closer to your goal. No, I'm not saying go to the gym every day. What I'm saying is, hey, I'm making a conscious effort every day to be a little bit better. What does that mean? That means, hey, my diet's not going to be off, off the charts every day, like, and I'm not just going to go off the rails, have a Big Mac, 3 or 4 times a week. No, it's one of those things. I'm always thinking about bettering my body and bettering my goals, and everyone needs rest days. You don't need to go to the gym, 7 times a week, or even sometimes 6 times a week. For me is just overdoing it, Um, so honestly, the consistency factor, especially when you're starting out, you're going to be sore as hell. Learn to push past it. Learn what you can do to minimize soreness. Take a glutamine supplement, get some creatine. There's a lot of things. You drink enough water. That's not people. Honestly, this side note, people do not drink enough water. Like, for God's sake, like, you should be having at least over a gallon a day. That's what you're supposed to take as a bodybuilder. I would suspect a lot more, especially if you're supplementing with stuff like creatine or other stuff. You need to be drinking water. Your muscles are made of like 80% water, I believe, 70-80% water. You need to be drinking water. It transfers nutrients into the muscle. It helps replenish ATP. You guys need to be drinking water. Okay. Now back to consistency. Be consistent every day. You're eating the same stuff. Guys, I cheat meal. I'm not perfect. Come on. I like to think I'm on a diet. I'm not on a diet. But what I do, I generally eat the same stuff all the time. I mean, really, I don't vary out of what I eat much. I always, like, if I'm trying to cut, I'll pull back on my carbs or a little bit of the same stuff I have been eating, but it's not like a drastic change for me. That's kind of part of that consistency program. Hey, every day, I will say this, every day I'm hitting over 200 grams of protein, no problem. That's my goal every day. That's low, right? On my lifting days, I like to hit over 300 grams of carbs, easily carbs, of protein. So the consistency factor is truly, hey, I'm going to be consistent in my diet. I'm going to hit these numbers every day. When I go to the gym, I'm going to be focused. I'm going to kill it. I'm going to get my 4 workouts in the week or whatever you're doing. And you're going to be consistent about it. And honestly, that will make you grow far greater than any other protocol. And it really doesn't even matter in the gym, all the time if you're absolutely killing it, Sometimes it's just about being in there, guys. I mean, you know how it is. You have a really long day at work and now you have to go squat. And hey, you might not move, record numbers, but you're still in there. You're still squatting. You're still getting better. My third and final point is get obsessed. And getting obsessed, I'll kind of talk about the facets of that. Research. I don't know. Honestly, I will honestly say this. I don't know, 1/30th of what I could know about fitness or supplementation or anything like that. There's so much to learn out there, guys. And there's so much research that's out there and available to us. I mean, the World Wide Web really has made it so easy to research things, and some of these guys, don't take a supplement if you don't know what's in it. That absolutely kills me. It's like, okay, why are you taking the supplement? Oh yeah, it says it's going to give you pumps. Well, why is it going to give you pumps? Well, I don't know. That's what it says. Okay, well, you're a dipshit. You should know what you're putting in your body, so people are so easily sold on that crap. Know what you're doing, a lot of that stuff. And I was there. I mean, I was there. I would, anything someone told me, I was like, yeah, I got to get my hands on that, right? And I've taken my share of bad products, That's why I hate Gaspari Nutrition. Actually, it's kind of true. I hate that company. They gave me a crappy supplement a long time ago. But anyways, so getting obsessed really means getting in the gym, one, and not, letting nothing take away from that. Two, researching as much as you can, specifically for your goals. There's a lot of different ways, and everyone's body is different. That's a big topic. We'll probably do a whole video on that. Everyone's body is different. Everyone's body reacts differently. But there are basic principles and basic concepts that are just spot on. I mean, it's just general truths. Creatine will make your muscles, have more endurance. There's basic stuff. You need to be eating this much amount of protein. You need to, have this much rest between days. Being obsessed doesn't mean like, you put one. For me personally, I don't put, bodybuilding or lifting above my faith. Two, my family. And most of the time, my friends, those things are a lot more important than, the way your abs look, or which mine, I don't have abs, but, the way your arms look in the mirror, a lot of it's still more important. But that doesn't mean, this is a huge passion of mine. It's a huge hobby of mine. One day, God willing, it might be, a career of mine. So, become obsessed and really run with that, and really don't let it take away, from the really important things in life, but make it a dang priority. And don't just, go to the gym 3 times a week for, a little under an hour and call it good, and then just eat what you want or whatever. You'll get nowhere. The guys who make a difference in this world, or in this, especially the world of fitness, they're obsessed. I guarantee you. Sometimes that can be a bad thing. But some of these guys are the most dedicated, hardworking individuals you'll ever meet, and they're obsessed about their body and their physique, and always being a little bit better. And there's something to be said, whether it's through bodybuilding or just everyday life, being a little bit better every day. And so that's going to conclude our video that for the 3 tips for beginners to start bodybuilding. Matt Johnson from the Barbell Brothers, out.